Welcome back to this in-depth look at bass lines. We're currently looking at the first 4 bars of Autumn Leaves, or as I mentioned, it's just a very common chord progression that you're going to come across a lot. And so far we've attacked the 2 most basic things within the bass lines, sort of global rules of bass lines, I guess, which is number 1, playing that tonic anytime there's a chord change, so you're outlining the harmony, and using the 5th of a skeleton to embellish the bass line and what you're doing. So with that in mind, we've done a basic 2 feel in the swing. I want to look at the 4 feel. There has been a video on this, on the swing 4 feel, but we're just going to pull it back 1 notch and not do a pivot, which we have been doing in it before. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's great, because we can just do it all here. But if so, that's right, we'll just pull it back and we'll take it 1 step at a time. With the 2 feel that you would have looked at in that last lesson, we've been doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're playing the tonic on beat 1 and the other note of the skeleton on beat 3. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now what we're going to do in this video is we're going to look at a 4 feel. Now the reason that last one was called a 2 feel is because generally we've got 2 notes per bar. In what we're doing so far, we've always got 2 notes per bar, but we're going to embellish that down the track. So the 2 feel doesn't always have to have 2 notes per bar, but it's always got that pulse of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3. We've always got that pulse going. So 2 pulses per bar. With the 4 feel that we're going to look at, it's a bit more driving, and there's generally 4 notes per bar. So here's how we're going to do that. Instead of going in C, instead of going tonic to the 5th on beat 3, we're going to go 1, 5, tonic again, and we're going to do it up the octave. So we're actually walking the distance of an octave up and back to the 5. So we're going 1, 5, 1, 5, or 1, 5, 8, 5. Same thing. But that's a general feel. In the other swing feels that you've looked at, we have been doing a little pivot. But I don't want you to worry about that too much. If you're doing that, and if that's working for you, you can continue to do that, it's fine. But we're just going to slowly add things into it, and so it sort of further develops. Okay, so with that basic 4 feel that we're now doing on the C chord, we've got 1, 5, 1, 5. Notice how we're starting down the bottom and going up. So we're going to do that for all of our chords. So here we go, around those chords we've got C. Now our next chord's an F. So F, skeleton, higher F, back to the skeleton. Then we've got a B flat chord, so then to an E flat. There's our skeleton, up a note, back to the 5th. A minor 7 with a flat 5, remember, so there's the flat 5. Up the top to the 1 or the tonic, back to the middle. Then we move to a D chord, a D7, so, and then to the G minor. And we've got 2 bars of that, so here's the final bar. Okay, so here we go again. I'm going to do that whole 8 bar progression with that new swing 4 feel. So here we go, a 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do it once more. Okay, now as you probably guessed, we can reverse the order. So if we were doing it in C, we could go down that way and then back up. And if we do that, for example, if we start by going up, we might notice we can do it again. But now, if we do the B flat, we're probably getting a bit too high, and it starts losing that bass quality, so that's when we might want to reverse it, so we can keep it all in the area we want to keep it in. So I might do that. Here we go, from the top. C, F. Now here we go, reverse the B flat. And now it just seems right to do the E flat that way. I'll go again, C, F, B flat, E flat, A half diminished, D7, G minor. So that's the idea. That is a basic swing 4-feel, and we will develop that further, but that's the idea. So now, with that in mind, you've got a basic 2-feel and a basic 4-feel to work on. And from here on, the extra rules that we throw in and apply will apply both to a 2-feel and a 4-feel. In fact, they're even going to apply to any other sort of bass line that you're going to attack, whether it's a bossa or a tango or a rock and roll feel or a boogie woogie feel. You know, all of those feels, these little rules that we're going to add on from here in are just universal. They're going to slot in with whatever you're playing, and it's really going to give that left hand a huge workout. So do practice that 4-feel, and I'll see you in the next video lesson.